Alright, so I have been making videos on the costs of corruption, costs of government corruption, government fraud, and as you can see throughout the United States, this is causing problems. Okay, so in the United States, what we believed was that we could let every nation and every people come in and they would all be nice and it would be great. Well, that's not exactly what's happening, right? So who you are letting in, the kinds of people, the types of cultures that you are letting into your nation is going to be extremely important, because some cultures, right, they don't exactly promote morality. And so this is going to be the Corruption Perceptions Index. It's very useful to take a look at, and you can know by this about how much is getting stolen once you've looked around at the amounts being stolen and the cost that corruption is costing governments. So for India, it's going to be 120 billion a year. Okay, that's a lot of money to be permitting getting stolen, right? So in regards to India, right, instant things like crime, muggings on the street, right? People want a safe place to live and thrive. That's where they want to build. And so India is definitely one of the up and coming nations. Their GDP is exploding, and so understanding that they're doing pretty well, it's good, right? Helping good people is a good idea, right? When you reach out and you help each other and you work together, right, relationships will start being established that can strengthen trade, etc. And so understanding that the Bible commands to divide away from evil and corrupt people and why is important, because so in the USA, now that we have found Governor Tim Walz guilty of billions and billions of dollars of corruption, he's running this massive fraud scheme in Minnesota. Now he's talking about, well, I'll deploy the National Guard and start a civil war so that I don't get arrested, right? And so understanding that, one, tackling these issues before they can develop into a situation where a governor might try and deploy the National Guard and start some little coup, something like that, it's important, right? And being merciful with elected officials is wisdom, right? You want to be able to attract the best of the best into running your government, right? And so making sure that they are paid well enough is important, and making sure that they are protected, safe, etc. This is also going to be important too, so that you can attract the greatest intellectual capital in the world into your nation. So understanding this perception index, corruption perception index, if you are on it, some of these nations at the top, they've been shifting around because power dynamics in the world are trying to shift, and understanding that people need to get prepared for what is likely coming is a very real fact. Understanding that I'm always promoting working together as opposed to battling against each other. I think working together and building is far wiser. But that does include fixing problems in your nation that are problems, that people are saying are problems, right? Right. Denmark is ranked one of the nicest places in the world to live. Well, you best believe that Denmark hunts down corruption, right? Same with Finland, right? So understanding these things is going to be important if you're going to build a powerful, strong nation.